What's up, guys, and welcome to the channel. So, we're gonna get right into it. Everybody was, a little concerned when one of the developers said that it was gonna be Judgment Day for the dashboarders, and now we know what that looks like. It's pretty hurtful, in, in my opinion. So, pretty much what happens is if you basically have been accused of dashboarding, or if EA, rather, Respawn thinks that you have been dashboarding or cheating, as they're calling it, you're going to get an email. And what that email says is that you've broken EA's gameplay rules. And what happens is basically, they explain to you, like, hey, man, this is what you did. You abused a bug, and if you were Predator or Diamond during the activity, you were then reduced to Platinum rank, which would then, the way that rank is set up now, would basically, you get with the new series, you're going to demote anyways. I think it's like a tier and a half, so you're in silver now, and you get the rewards for a platinum player. So you get your platinum badge, but you don't get that. There is no platinum trail, so yeah, they demote you, and I honestly, I don't think that's too harsh. I think that's about right on it, because you had to cheat your way to Diamond or Predator, then I don't think you should receive the benefits or the rewards for achieving Diamond or Predator. And I understand some people are going to argue that, like, well, it's in the game, so I should be able to do it. And while I do understand that, at the same time, it was like, it's basically like breaking the law, right? Like, that you're not supposed to speed, but it's completely up to you to speed or to follow the speed limit. And then when you get caught speeding, you have to kind of pay the price. And this is basically the price of that you're having to pay if you dashboarded the entire time. Now, there is a way, if you did get the email, there's a way for you to dispute that. And if you feel like you've been falsely accused, and then I'm sure they can, they'll be able to go through that, and they might have all sorts of evidence to be able to show you, like, hey, man, this is how many times that how many times you crashed supposedly. And obviously, like, that's an obscene amount. Like, every game you played, you crashed. Like, why would and if that were true, why would you continue to play that game mode? So, I honestly, like, I achieved my rank legit, so I don't feel any kind of sadness. I don't feel bad for anybody who got in trouble for dashboarding, who got deranked. I mean, I think it's a lesser penalty than what they could have done. They could have just froze your account, canceled your account, done whatever. But in reality, I think it's a really smart move, because if they would have frozen your account, you'd have just created a new account and then continued to dashboard from there. But there's not that option anymore. Well, I mean, there's still that option, but this kind of, this is like a bubble effect. It's going to cover just about everything. And yeah, I mean, that's really about it. And then now, actually, there are a few more changes that have occurred to this series, the Series 3 of Ranked, because of the dashboarding. Now, there are less opportunities for you to get forgiveness points. If you constantly run into situations where you would be given forgiveness points, they basically let you know, hey, you're running it, like, you have a max amount of forgiveness points that you can receive in a day. And they, when you get close to that point, they tell you, hey, you're getting close to this point. So this is kind of like people who quit early and then get the abandon penalty, and they don't, they get upset about it. Like, I'm sorry that, like, that upsets you, and I'm sorry that if you were dashboarding and you got caught. But this is like, it's just like committing a crime. Like, you run the risk of getting caught, and then when you get caught, like, you have to accept the responsibility for your actions. And that's basically what this is. I honestly think this is a really smart way for Respawn to handle this, and I think it's the right way to handle it. I think it would be unfair to people who did not dashboard to where all these other people achieved this rank and got these rewards but didn't achieve it properly. And now you don't have to worry about, like, if you see a diamond or a predator trail, like, did this guy get it legit, or was he a dashboarder? Because that tells you real quick, and what kind of player it might be. And I understand, like, every dashboarder out there, it's just like, when you steal, like, every thief out there isn't like bad. Like, some are doing it to survive and whatever, but the general populace of it is, it's not a good thing. And I don't think dashboarding is a good thing. I think that they should have fixed the bug way sooner, and they should have tackled that instead of just letting it roll. But they kind of were like, well, let's see how responsible you are. And, it showed. It showed. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Are you happy that they did this? Are you upset that they did this? Did you get affected by the dashboarding email? Did you get affected by it? Did you get knocked down to platinum, which essentially for this series is putting you in, I think, like silver 2? Or are you excited? Like, how do you feel about it? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you could, hit that like button. And as always, subscribe to stay up to date with all of your Apex Legends news. Thank you for watching.